Sometimes betrayal doesn't arrive with a scream but with silence. Husband walks away without a word after, uncovering his wife's secret, leaving behind years of trust now turned to. But what happens when the past returns to your doorstep in tears a year later? Tonight we unravel a story of quiet heartbreak, the burden of choices, and the haunting return of the one who broke it all. Welcome to Breakup, Cheater, where raw emotions collide with unforgettable stories. Here we share powerful journeys of love, betrayal, sorrow, and the decisions that change lives forever. Every story is a road, and every ending leaves you wondering, what would I have done? I still recall the scent of her perfume lingering in the hallway that night. It wasn't mine. That's how I knew. I had been away on a business trip, a simple 2-day seminar in Chicago, and when I came home early, something felt wrong. Too quiet, too perfectly arranged. Her laughter was missing, yet the air carried something I couldn't place. When I opened the bedroom closet, that's when my chest tightened. A shirt not mine folded neatly on the chair. A man's cologne clinging to the fabric like an unwanted shadow. I didn't yell. I didn't throw anything. I didn't even wait for her. Packed a bag, set my keys on the kitchen counter and left. No note, no argument, just absence. 'Cause when betrayal crushes you like a freight train, sometimes the loudest answer is silence. My name is Daniel, and for 8 years, I believed I had built something real with Claire. A marriage born from college love, nights spent planning our future, whispers of children's names that never left the page. But in the months before her affair surfaced, the signs were the late hours the phone kept face down, the sudden chill in conversations that once flowed easily. When I left, I rented a small apartment cross town. I didn't tell her where, didn't block her number. I just didn't answer. She texted at first, "Where are you? Why is your stuff gone?" Then a week later, "Daniel, please talk to me." When I stayed silent, the messages up, and in that silence I tried to rebuild. The year without her, grief has a strange rhythm. It doesn't strike all once. It seeps through small cracks, like when you grab 2 mugs while making coffee, or when you wake at 3 o'clock and reach for a warmth that isn't. I buried myself in work, joined a gym, started painting again, something I hadn't done since college. Made new friends, true ones, not the couple friends who took her side by default. But at night, when the city was quiet, questions gnawed at me. Was it once? Was he someone I knew? Did she ever love me? Or was it all an illusion? I wanted answers, but I refused to beg for them. My dignity was all I had left. The knock on my door came exactly 1 year and 2 days later. 3 hesitant taps. Opened it, and there she was. Blair. Hair shorter, eyes swollen, makeup smeared like rain on glass. She clutched her jacket like it was saving her life. "Daniel," she whispered, her voice cracking. "Please, can I come in?" My chest felt heavy like a stone pressing down. 100 imagined scenes had played in my mind, me shouting, her begging, chaos. But now I felt still. I stepped aside. She entered slowly, as if afraid the walls themselves would reject her. Lost everything, she began, sitting on the edge of my couch like a stranger in church pew. "Him included," said. "Nothing." She breathed shakily. "It wasn't meant to happen. Thought it was the thrill, the lies. He promised me things, said he'd leave his wife." Flinched. "Wife, course." She looked at me then, red-eyed, searching. "Thought you'd scream that night, but you didn't. You just disappeared." "'Cause there was nothing left to fight for," I replied. Her lip trembled. "I made a mistake, Daniel." The worst one of my life. Kept waiting for you to return. Thought if I gave you space maybe you'd forgive me. But the space became a wall I couldn't climb. I wanted to hate her. God knows I tried. Pictured the late nights that weren't work, the texts, the hotel rooms, the smile she once gave me, given to someone else. But watching her collapse in my living room, I felt something heavier than rage. Tiredness. Why now? Yes. Because I heard you're moving on, she whispered. 'Cause the thought of someone else holding what I threw away, it's killing me. That cut. Not because she was right, but because it reminded me how little power we have once love is broken. Did you love him? Yes. She looked down. Well, I loved the way he made me feel, noticed, exciting, wanted. But love. I only loved. It was a cruel truth because what she meant was, I loved you but not enough to stay faithful. We spoke for hours, or rather she spoke and I listened. She begged, wept, pleaded for another chance. But betrayal is like a thread. Once it snaps you can tie it again, but the knot always remains. Claire, I said softly, you came for forgiveness that I can give, but you also came hoping for us, and that I cannot. Her face collapsed. Someone else isn't there. Pause. There was a woman, Lena, gentle, patient, who never judged my scars but held them like they mattered. Yes, I admitted. Even if there wasn't, I'm no longer the man you broke, and not the man who'd go. She rose slowly, my words turning her bones to lead. Then this is goodbye, she whispered. It already was, I said. She reached for the doorknob, turned once more. I hope she knows what she has, she said. She does, I replied. I left. 1 year later and forward. Didn't watch from the window. I didn't text after. For the first time in a year I didn't feel like a ghost. At night Lena called. Told her everything, the knock, the tears, the unfinished goodbye. She listened, then said, then let's keep walking forward. And for the first time I believed. Betrayal doesn't always end in war. Sometimes it ends in silence, a packed bag, and a door that never opens both ways again. Forgiveness isn't always reunion. Often it comes a year later, in the shape of someone who regrets and someone else who reminds you what you deserve. Some wounds fade quietly. Others scar us with lessons we'll never forget. Forgiveness may open the door, but trust rarely walks in twice. What would you have done if the one who broke you came back begging for another chance? Share your thoughts below, because some endings like this one are only the beginning of moving on.